It's harvest time in the opium fields of South Sinai. Bedouin tour guides like Mohammed have turned to growing the illicit drug as the tourist industry folds. There are dozens of similar fields across the peninsula, and more cropping up every season. Well, I'm standing here in the middle of an opium field nestled into the mountains around St. Catherine's Monastery in South Sinai. This is a popular area for tourists, or at least it used to be. People would come here for camel treks and safaris, run by the very Bedouin who owned this field. But after 3 years of political turmoil, particularly after the ouster of Mohamed Morsi last July, tourism has dried up. A spike in terror attacks and a deadly bombing of a tourist bus in February has meant that countries like Germany have sent hundreds of their citizens home and barred travel to the area. The Bedouin here have been forced to turn to drugs. The farmers who own this field say it will only make about £1,500 English pounds over a 6-month period. That's half what they used to make as tour guides, and even that is under threat. The military, who were here just a few hours before we arrived, have been raiding and destroying similar plots in the area. 26-year-old Mahmoud, who used to be a chef in a Red Sea beach resort, said he's here to help the harvest.
There's no work, there's no income. We don't want to grow drugs. It's tough, but there's no other option. There's no tourism, no good agricultural land. There's no support in terms of money for water, to grow vegetables. It's all mountainous here. There's no work. We're forced to grow opium in order to survive.
The Egyptian government regard the Bedouin with distrust. They are forbidden from owning land, joining the police force and the army. Many of the Sinai's Bedouins say they have trouble securing national ID cards and getting formal employment. Most of them are forced to live on just 60 pence a day, and growing drugs is the only way to put food on the table.
Growing opium is wrong, but it's better than going out on the street, killing and stealing. If tourism comes back, no one's going to grow drugs at all.
No one here knows when the tourists will return. In the meantime, more and more people will rely on the drugs industry to survive.